What's up, gang? What's going on? Trey Gang back at it again with a little more tea. Yeah. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Now, I want to share this story before I get to the boys in California that's missing. Alright. Now, this story come out in St. Louis, right? And this lady and her daughter, they came up missing. And this just happened. They just found the report out and sent out a alert saying she might be in danger, her and her daughter. Now, it been a lot of kids been coming up missing lately. I kind of see a pattern going on with all these missing kids. Right? We had the two little boys in Pennsylvania somewhere, I think in up north somewhere, they come up missing. Then you got the Cali boys come up missing. Then you got this situation and more situation. Alright. I don't know much about the story because the report just been, saying released, but I'm gonna give y'all a little details of what the report say.
Police are searching for a Bridgeton mother and her 3-year-old daughter. Authorities say the two have been missing since Monday.
And Fox 2's Kelly Hoskins talked with investigators and the family who hope for their safe return.
The Bridgeton Police Department issued an endangered person advisory for 37-year-old Kenesha Richardson and 3-year-old daughter Ava. Reportedly, the mother and daughter were last seen in South County area on Monday, January the 11th.
We're all worried about her and the welfare of her child. And if anyone has any information that will help us locate her, we just want to make sure she's in good health. And that there's a lot of folks are concerned about her.
Police say Richardson was driving a maroon 2014 GMC Terrain with Missouri license plates JC2X3B. Mom Kenesha is described as 5 feet tall and 7 inches and 150 pounds. She has black hair, brown eyes, and a tattoo above her left eye and dreadlocks. She was last seen wearing a black skull cap and blue shirt. 3-year-old Ava is around 2 feet tall and weighs 40 pounds with black hair and brown eyes, also wearing pink glasses.
For her welfare and the welfare of the child that we're all concerned about. And so if you have any information at all, please contact the police department.
The family was just too shaken up to go on camera, however, hoping their loved ones are found safe.
We're hoping that if anyone noticed these pictures of my daughter and my granddaughter, that you please contact the police as soon as possible, that we just need your help for them to have a safe return home.
Reporting in Bridgeton, Kelly Hoskins, Fox 2 News.
Alright. I'm gonna share a little more reports that was documented about her. Alright. Her name is Kenesha Richards. She's 37 years old. Ava Richards is her daughter. She was 2. They was last seen in South St. Louis at a country shopping center January the 11th. The two may be traveling in a maroon 2014 GMC Terrain with Missouri plates JC2X3B. 3B. According to Brighton Police Department, she was last seen with her daughter and she made suicide statements. She may have a firearm with her, police say. Anyone has information should call 911 to contact the nearest law enforcement. Now look, they said she made suicide statements and now her and her daughter missing. But they put a alert out of her saying she could be in danger. Now, according to what I just read, it sounds like she probably had suicidal thoughts and thinking about doing some kind of harm to her and her baby. They never said one time that it could be like foul play or they could have been snatched or anything like that. But they said they were last seen together. And I guess that's her car she driving. But I hope she ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm talking about, that can end both of their life. And I hope and pray that they both return home soon and probably work their family difference out. See what I'm saying? And I hope nobody then actually adopted it. But this ain't the only story that's what's been going on, guys. It's a lot more than this. Now, to me, looking at the pictures, she looked like she probably used to be feminine and she turned to boyish. Like, I don't know what sex she prefer. You know what I'm saying? She could be straight, a lesbian, or something like that. But I don't think she had a boyfriend. Or if she did, I don't know. But she looked more like on the, you know what I'm saying, the LBG side. All right. Now this another girl that's missing. And this in St. Louis. All these missing people been recently. She was seen since Monday. Mom begged for her daughter to come home. Now, according to her paperwork, St. Louis mom say her 14-year-old daughter, Meisha Robinson, left their home in the Goodfellow neighborhood in North St. Louis. Around 9:30 p.m. Monday, I'm distraught about it because Meisha never done this. Naisha, y'all see that? The missing teen mother said that she left without items. She left her phone behind and was wearing light colored ripped jeans and white shirt, black hoodie, white van as a long black and blonde. What that long black and blonde sequin glasses braids? Alright. They said they checked out the friend house and close friend, but she wasn't over there. Now look, these people just come up miss. Oh, it's more missing people story than nobody. It's really social media ain't even the main media news ain't even pushing these issues. How many kids came up missing just in this year alone? And it's just the first month. Now check this out. They said her daughter was supposed to be back in virtual school this week, but has not logged it on and left her tablet at home. She said her 5 brothers and sisters was also concerned. They worried about their sister, my 10-year-old sister, haven't eaten. Look, she said she is also concerned that she might be with a boy. Man, y'all see this? I don't know what she telling people, but she does have parents and love her and have been out looking for her and won't come home. Man, look, the child, look. Hold on. These just stories that that just came out, and I'ma just do some little background check and do some more things and get some more tea on this shit. Now I hope nobody didn't snatch her up, and I hope that she make it to her house, you know what I'm saying, and make it home safely. So if anybody know what I'm talking about, knows something about this, man, hit law enforcement up and let's find these people, Jack. Now look, but look at the strange part about these cases. Now, when people come up missing, y'all got to look at it like, I want to know how these people come up missing. Cause it'll be hard for you to snatch my goddamn kids. Cause shit, they ain't even finna really leave my eyesight. You see what I'm saying? And if you even get closer to them, even trying to snatch them up, you in running distance. Man, I'ma hawk your ass down, clip your foot, and stomp you out till the laws call. But check this out. Listen to this story. This was last month. This what this lady did to her friend.
New tonight, a medical examiner confirms a body found yesterday near Houston is Austin mom Heidi Broussard. The baby, believed to be her weeks-old daughter Margot, is alive and safe.
I just want to express the heartfelt condolences of everyone you see standing here with me, our community, our department, that we did not have 2 rescues, but only 1, it appears. And our hearts and our minds are with Heidi and her family today and as we go forward.
The woman who police believe may be responsible is a close friend of Broussard. This is a picture from Broussard's Facebook page of her and Megan Fieramusca. Close friends tell us they met more than 2 decades ago at a church camp. Now Fieramusca is charged in connection with her friend's disappearance and death. We begin tonight with KVU's Molly Oak. She is live at the Travis County Justice Complex, where that suspect will eventually face those charges. Molly?
Well, Terry, we just learned a few minutes that the cause of death for Heidi Broussard was determined to be strangulation. Today, police walked us through what took them to Houston in the search for 33-year-old Heidi Broussard and her then 2-week-old baby, Margot Carey, who was last seen when Broussard was dropping off her 6-year-old son at Cohen Elementary on December 12th. Police believe Broussard and the baby went back to their home in South Austin. Shane Carey, Broussard's fiance, says when he returned home, Broussard and the baby weren't there. Today, police say they were contacted around 7:30 that Thursday night. Police say that's when the search began, which included interviews with family and friends, canvassing the area, looking through video surveillance, and following any tips sent in from the community. Police say a lead started generating interest in Houston this week, where federal, state, and local resources investigated a home there. Yesterday, police say they located the baby that they believe is Margot Carey. That's when they also say they found a dead body on the property, which has been identified as Heidi Broussard.
It's been a horrible week here in Austin. We had all prayed that we would be able to find Heidi alive. Unfortunately, as the chief expressed, We don't believe that is the case.
Now, that press conference took place before we learned from the medical examiner's office that the body found is in fact Broussard's. Police say DNA testing is also being done to confirm that the baby is in fact Margot Carey. However, police say that could take anywhere from 2 to 3 days. Police also say they do have a suspect charged with kidnapping and tampering with a corpse. However, police are not officially releasing that name yet. Though we've been reporting all day, we do know it's a longtime friend of Broussard's. Terry.
Okay, Molly, thank you. Senior reporter Tony Volhetsky is here now with more details on this investigation, including what authorities are trying to figure out now. It's just kind of a puzzle right now.
Terry, hours and hours of law enforcement work has gone into this investigation, and right now authorities say they have still a number of questions they are trying to get answered. Number one, they are trying to determine where the murder of Heidi Broussard happened, so they are working multiple scenes between here and Houston. All of this information will be crucial as they consider the possibility of a capital murder charge against the suspect in this case, Megan Firamusca. Law enforcement sources also say that Firamusca pretended to be pregnant to coincide with Heidi Broussard's pregnancy and was in Austin for Margot's birth. The two are believed to have met as children through a faith-based meeting group years ago. Authorities also used forensic evidence from cameras that they say showed Firamusca was in the area around the time of Broussard's disappearance. Meanwhile, sources also say that as part of this investigation, they do not have any evidence that Shane Carey, Heidi's fiance, was involved, but they are still trying to figure out if more than one person participated in this plot. Much of this case has been playing out in Houston over the past 24 hours. Reporter Bryce Newberry is there live. Bryce, what have you learned about this suspect?
Yeah, Tony, we have been here in Houston most of the day, and tonight the Harris County Sheriff's Office says that Megan Firamusca is still in custody here in Harris County. This is not her first time in jail. In fact, she also was here last August on a theft charge that was ultimately dismissed. But new tonight, court documents show that a man named Christopher Green bailed her out of jail that time, and property tax records show that he is the man who owns the home where Broussard's body was found. Now, I want to show you this video from the neighborhood where neighbors there told me that Green and Firamusca were living together. Those same neighbors did not know what was going on there last night, but when they woke up this morning, they quickly realized this national story was happening right in their own backyard. We know that the FBI, Austin Police, and Texas Rangers were on the scene for several hours when they discovered Broussard's body in the trunk of this silver car parked in the backyard. Neighbors say they've seen Megan Firamusca before, but she was always pretty quiet.
When we found out the Texas Rangers were involved, that got a little more important then. But I didn't know what to think. You know, like I said, we were guessing all kinds of things that were going on. And I thought when I got up this morning, it'd all be gone. But
Megan Firamusca?
This morning, Firamusca appeared before a Harris County judge on several traffic tickets that they booked her on overnight. As you can see in this video, she kept her head down for most of that court appearance.
And then look, she all in court looking like she pregnant with the baby then. You see that, gang? She in court flogging like she pregnant. Like she about to have the baby and shit.
And we are told that Firamusca is still in custody here in Harris County tonight, but she is expected to be transported back to Austin sometime today or tomorrow. We are watching for her to come through this Sally Port, and we are going to keep watching it and bring you more coverage from Houston at 6.
Now, y'all heard these stories, especially this last one. Now, her friend set her up and took her baby. And she faked her pregnancy like she finna have a baby, so she snatched her friend baby and trying to take it home with her and her dude. Now, these how people really think and really live in their life. Now, think about the boys. All right. The same situation what happened to the boys, right? Just say maybe somebody in the foster parents' house one of their family members got the boys. Cause I was paying the close attention to his brother. Cause they said his brother in the higher ups or some shit, right? You see what I'm saying? And they said his brother got a lot of clout. And I heard his brother was making threats to people on social media about the neighbors and they were going to the house and shit. Cause she was like, I guess she inboxed him and he was like, I can make people disappear and all this old shit. Now look, man, y'all don't know, he could be a problem. Okay, make a long story short. This what I'm finna tell y'all. The private investigator that was on the case said he got a tip that led him to somewhere else. The police chief don't even know that, right? The same police chief you see on the screen. Now look, the foster daddy said the boys came up missing at 4:30, right? 4:30. Guess what time they said they got the call? Round about 5-ish. We seen what he was doing on the footage at 4:30 in the backyard. He left and went, automatic came back in. Now, the reporter asked him about the surveillance tape from the camera, from the next door neighbor. He said he ain't saw none of that footage. And then the police chief, they said the police department don't even want the private eye dude on the case. But you know what I'm saying? He said they would threaten them and shit. Then when I told y'all about Mexico, I was like, man, look, man, them baby could be somewhere in Mexico or something. They could be linked to some kind of child ring. But check out what the chief said, cause he done slipped up and called him in the lie.
Silver Saddle, the old resort, about 15 miles north of California City, just off of one of the citizens saying that they possibly saw a white van coming from there a couple days prior to the kids being going missing. So we went out there, probably had about 50 personnel from multi-agencies, and we searched the whole property.
50. So we're not talking volunteers. We're talking 50 personnel from multiple agencies. This is
personnel, yeah, multiple agencies.
Okay, and anything turn up?
No.
All right, let's see if the police gonna be with the shit. Now, the reporter said, did anything turn up? He said no. But how ain't nothing turning up? And we got AV News out there and the private eye spilling tea. And got good leads better than the police. Now watch what the chief, watch this.
Unfortunately, no. But we just, we basically want to let people know that we're still looking. We're still following up on tips, clues, anything that they can come up with, we're still following up.
Got it. Okay. Why search there 3 weeks after? I'm just curious.
Well, we wanted to make sure that we were able to, all the clues we've gotten, that we want to make sure that we follow up. So that was one of the locations that we had not followed up yet, so we chose to go do that. Because
listen what he said. They chose to do that 3 weeks after. Now they decided to follow up on the news. Because guess what? People start coming over to the house and asking where the boys at. It ain't just really hit the media until to YouTube start putting that shit out. Because the main media wasn't just trying to make it all viral.
Because we had to get all the personnel together. It's a big property. It's probably about 20 acres.
Okay, got it. And so, searching it wouldn't have been for them being alive, right? It would have been a body recovery. So whether it was 2 weeks ago or today, you guys something would have turned up, right?
Absolutely correct. Yes.
Okay. Now, anything else on that front of the search? Was that the last team search of personnel that you could recall of?
As of recent, that's been the most recent team search. Yes.
All right, and just a couple things I want to check off the list. Anyone formally named a suspect in the case?
Not yet.
Any persons of interest that you could release at this time?
No.
Okay. Any Is there search happening in any other state other than California?
Other state? No, I have not that I know of.
Now, why every question he asking him and the question is no? Why you saying that ain't nobody else searching other states? You see what I'm saying? Man, I don't think these police is really trying to do something. Watch this.
Okay.
Not that I've been made aware of.
Okay. The two boys that were, excuse me, I shouldn't say that. The bodies that were found in Mexico, that didn't pan out to be the boys, right?
No. Was not related at all.
Okay. The liaison confirmed with you and all that stuff.
That is.
All right. They found two bodies in Mexico. Why it ain't no big news talking about them two bodies and trying to find out about them two bodies? Do like the police chief do, be like, next question, please. Cause it's a miss. Look, I'm telling y'all about a ring going on.
Correct.
It sounds like in this point in the investigation, is it a body recovery?
I don't want to say that or even think that, because we don't have any information to lead us one way or the other to prove that. As days go by, it does get, suspect. However, just because we can't find them does not mean that they are not alive. It could mean someone has them. I don't know.
You're talking.
Keep this in mind. He still believe they still alive, because I believe they still alive too. They just somewhere else with somebody else's family. Could be in Mexico too.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry. You said somebody has them. You don't know. Sorry, keep going.
No, and we don't know. I mean, we're obviously that's best case scenario that they're alive and we find them. But we really hope that they are alive and they're safe, and hopefully we will find them soon.
Okay, so just on that note, you were talking about there's some unsolved homicides in Cal City. Mm-hmm. One missing persons case. You look at Los Angeles; they have a bunch. It's just municipality size, that kind of thing.
Right.
Do you think this is going to become a cold case?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they're going to turn up. I'm trying to remain optimistic. We're not anywhere close to making it a cold case at this point. We haven't stopped the investigation. We haven't stopped looking. So I don't see that happening anytime soon.
A lack of physical evidence usually in these cases lead to it being prolonged when there's a lack of physical evidence in things. But I would imagine there's a ton of circumstantial evidence. It's where it generates these leads that you guys are looking into. Are you guys able to move in on circumstantial evidence by itself if there's a substantial amount of it?
There has to be a substantial amount, yes. But it's really hard to move without quite a bit. Circumstances, that can mean anything, But if we get enough, obviously we can make a case out of that.
Can I report tonight that there's not a single piece of physical evidence that shows that there's been foul play involved?
That would be an accurate statement. I would, to the best of my knowledge, yes.
Could we also report that there is some amount of circumstantial evidence pointing to foul play being involved?
Of course. Yes. I would say absolutely. For them to just disappear like that out of a backyard.
Now watch this. All he got to do is do a follow-up on the neighbors and get that surveillance footage. And once they see that footage, they got to take him back in to question him. Because now you got good concrete evidence that them kids didn't come out their backyard. right? And also, it's people, the place that he moved from in the apartment, they said they never seen the kids. So how you don't have no new leads or nothing? If it weren't for AV News to put the security footage out, we'll still be thinking, man, how they got out the backyard? How they get out the backyard? Cause hell, they weren't never in the backyard. Man, I believe them folks trying to play us, Jack.
I don't see a 3 and 4 year old just disappearing out of a backyard.
Could we say that the adoptive parents have at some point been people of interest?
We can say that they've been questioned for sure. Again, we start from the inside out. Who saw them last? They saw them last. So we talk to them and we expand out from there.
Can we say that the focus of the investigation is on the parents?
No, I wouldn't say that's a fair statement. We can't, that would not be a good investigation if you close it down to just 2 people and concentrated on those 2 people.
Y'all, they let y'all know right there that, yeah, the parents, you know, to make a long story short, they see a suspect, but it's more people involved. You see what I'm saying? It's more people involved. They either trying to find out who involved or what family member could be involved, or you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the mama family member. I'm talking about on the doctor parent side. You know what I'm talking about? But check this out, what they finna talk about the timeline and when he called the police. Watch this.
You say then they're a part of the focus?
Of course. Of course.
Okay. And it'll obviously be, you know, part of the focus on whether they may have had a role in something. Just a part of the investigation.
Obviously, there has to be a question for sure, but do we have anything to prove that? No, we don't have anything to prove that at this point.
They don't got evidence, but we got evidence of surveillance footage. Don't y'all see they ignoring the surveillance footage that's showing everything? So they might know something that we don't know.
And it'll obviously be, you know, part of the focus on whether they may have had a role in something. Just a part of the investigation.
Obviously, there has to be a question for sure, but do we have anything to prove that? No, we don't have anything to prove that at this point.
Okay. And then you're referring to the physical evidence, right? There's no physical evidence to prove that at this point.
None.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
There's a neighbor.
Man, y'all see how the news reporter finna eat that boy up? Watch how he finna hit him with that pie stick. Alright. You got 2 bodies came up missing in Mexico. And he asked him about the 2 bodies. Was they related to the kids? He said no. But it come back to missing people. Because if you got bodies somewhere they discovered, for one thing, they never mentioned it. You know what I'm saying? Only reason why they mentioned it because the 2 boys was missing and people were doing the search for the boys, but they end up finding more bodies. So they ain't making no more press release about them 2 bodies. Now he asked him about the evidence of the kids. And we're like, you don't got no kind of evidence? He like, no, we ain't got no kind of evidence. Watch how he finna hit this boy with the surveillance footage.
For 2 houses down, their camera shows the West family. Their camera shows on December 19th that the West family left. It also shows that there was only, it allegedly shows that there was only 4 kids returning to the property. Is this misinformation, or are people just going to continue spreading that the kids were gone before then?
I have not reviewed that video at all, so I couldn't tell you. And I don't. Again, I don't even know the date of that video in question, so I don't know. I know the kids were dropped. Some of them were dropped off in Bakersfield prior to the other two going missing. But again, I have not reviewed that video, so I can't speak to that.
Okay, and it doesn't mean another law enforcement agency hasn't reviewed it. It just means that CCPD may have not seen it, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to think of anything else that I could put there.
That's a very important question. The reason why he asked him that question, because he the lead investigator on the case. So if any other police agency seen the surveillance footage, they got to turn it over to him, because he the lead investigation. And he said they never seen the footage, and then they act like they never heard it about the footage. But it's all on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? But watch how he gonna switch the question up and hit his ass again with that payout stick.
If BPD viewed that information, since you guys are the lead investigators, if there was something of note, they would have informed you guys, though, right?
Correct.
And BPD didn't inform you guys, hey, look, we saw surveillance footage that showed something alarming.
No, they have not shared that with us. So again, that leads me back to, if we are the lead on this, and if I haven't heard about it, I don't know if it actually exists. They've been very forthcoming. They share everything with us, and they have not shared that with me at this point.
Okay. Now, the timestamp of this video is also in question. It said,
Y'all listen closely. Watch the police chief finna fuck up big time. He finna fuck up big time.
16, it was in military time. You guys received the call for them going missing at like 5:45-ish, right?
Correct. On the 21st, which is a Monday.
Y'all heard the time what he said? 5:40-ish. Look, he said it so cold as he said 5:40-ish. And remember what the doctor mama said, that yeah, it was around about 5-ish. But when you asked the husband, he was like it was around about 4:30 and it was getting dark. But y'all know what time it get dark out there in California. Round about 5-ish. Alright, check this out.
On the 21st, which is a Monday. Okay, so I'm assuming maybe his clock was an hour back, because it showed Travell West searching, according to his time, around 4:30-ish.
That would be 16:30 military time.
Yeah. From what you guys have found, is that the case? Was he searching for, because he told us he called within minutes of them going missing. Were you guys able to determine that too?
Did y'all pay attention to the police chief when I said, now look, he know about that timeline. He just trying to, y'all see what he look like now when you look left to the screen, your ass telling a lie, like in Negotiator. All right, check this out.
Silver Saddle, the old resort, about 15 miles north of California.
Were gone before then.
I have not reviewed that video at all.
Shows that there was only 4 kids returning to the property. Is this misinformation, or are people just going to continue spreading that the kids were gone before then?
I have not reviewed that video at all, so I couldn't tell you. And I don't even know the date of that video in question, so I don't know. I know the kids were dropped. Some of them were dropped off in Bakersfield prior to the other two going missing. But, you know, again, I have not reviewed that video, so I can't speak to that.
Okay, and it doesn't mean another law enforcement agency hasn't reviewed it. It just means that CCPD may have not seen it, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to think of anything else that I could put there. If BPD viewed that information, since you guys are the lead investigators, if there was something of note, they would have informed you guys, though, right?
Correct.
And BPD didn't inform you guys, hey, look, we saw surveillance footage that showed something alarming.
No, they have not shared that with us. So, again, that leads me back to, if we are the lead on this, and if I haven't heard about it, I don't know if it actually exists. They've been very forthcoming. They share everything with us.
He said
that with me at this point.
He said he don't know if it exists.
Now, the timestamp of this video is also in question. It said 16. It was in military time. You guys received the call for them going missing at like 5:45-ish, right?
Correct. On the 21st, which is a Monday.
On the 21st, which is a Monday. Okay, so I'm assuming maybe his clock was an hour back because it showed Travell West searching, according to his time, around 4:30-ish.
That would be 16:30 military time.
Yeah. From what you guys have found, is that the case? Was he searching for, because he told us he called within minutes of them going missing. Were you guys able to determine that too?
All right. Remember on the surveillance footage, when he pulled back up at the house, he got back at the house at 4:38 and stand outside the house, right? At 4:38. Look how long he was standing outside the house, though, before the police showed up. Did y'all see AV News when the police pulled up? Guess what they did soon when the police pulled up? Trezell got in the white van, pulled out, went back down the street, and the police jumped in their cars and made blocks. I never seen the police do that, because I know if you call the law, they finna pull up on the scene and your ass finna sit there and they finna get names and, pull their little pad out and what the subject got on and what time the subject came up. None of that. They just hopped in their cars and left. Then you got the police captain trying to tell you, man, we ain't see no footage or no neighbor footage. As far as I'm concerned, if the police didn't return it to us as the lead detective, it don't even exist. Now watch this.
According to his time, around 4:30-ish.
That would be 16:30 military time.
Yeah. From what you guys have found, is that the case? Was he searching for, because he told us he called within minutes of them going missing. Were you guys able to determine that too?
Yes, we were able to determine that he believed the children went missing around 5 o'clock, or maybe I don't even want to quote. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But once
he fucked up again. Now he said, if I listen what he said, watch this.
Believe the children went missing around 5 o'clock, or maybe I don't even want to quote. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But once we got the call, he said he had been searching for them for 15 or 20 minutes. Called us. We were on scene within 5 minutes or less.
Okay, so he told you guys he was searching.
Once the call was dispatched.
So he called you guys.
We were on scene.
So he called you guys within 15, he called you guys within 15, 20 minutes of searching, you said.
That's what I understand. That's what he said.
Okay.
Do y'all hear that? Trezell said it was he called the law Round about 4:30 when the kid came up missing, he called in minutes. See what I'm saying? And then when the police showed up round about 5 something, 5-ish, right? Check this out.
Okay. Anything else that could help me dispel any information out there?
No, I mean, I don't want to discourage anybody again from giving us information. I just, I would hope it would be accurate information and as much detail, you know, as they can give. You know, we have a lot of people calling with information saying, someone told me this. So, okay, so can you connect me with that person? No. Do you know their name? No. Do you know what kind of car they drive? No. So for information to really help us, we need specifics. That would really help.
So he's saying to y'all that, man, the evidence we got, all that he say, she say, and the footage, the evidence we got, it doesn't matter. Let them handle investigation. And let's throw the PI up under the table too. And trying to, y'all see the crookedness in the police force. Man, they be all on the news like they concerned about missing babies. And you really think they really concerned? I ain't see no boots on the ground looking for them. Since they did the search in the Delta, after that, they stopped. Now they in the office and shit, chopping it up. Man, you supposed to be somewhere in somebody's door looking at this surveillance footage. Have you seen anything?
If you call and you've got us something we want to follow up, please be specific. Where can we go? Who can we talk to? Where can we look? That would really help us tremendously and save a lot of time for having us to just out there, you know, searching aimlessly. We want to be specific as far as our searches, so we don't waste time and resources following up on stuff we're really not sure about.
He's talking about going to Tehachapi, having a group there. He's talking about a woman who saw the two boys there in front of the Albertsons on December 24th. He says that he asked staff in the Albertsons to preserve that footage until someone could submit a subpoena to get it. Have you guys heard about anything happening in Tehachapi?
No, I don't know where he's getting his information that's leading him to Tehachapi.
He automatically said, I don't know where he get his information from that's misleading him in the investigation. Now, how do you know that? Man, I'm telling y'all, man, these police is up to something. You see what I'm saying? Now check, man. Look, y'all better wake up to the police system. They ain't trying to make no effort of finding these boys.
Again, we've got several agencies involved, and to the best of my knowledge, we haven't heard anything about that.
There's the FBI involved, Kern County Sheriff's Office, Bakersfield Police Department, and the Cal City Police Department as well. If there was something of note happening in Tehachapi, would you guys have known?
I surely would hope. You know, and I have a good relationship with Tehachapi PD. I know their chief very well.
Hi y'all. That's why he's saying the investigation. That's why he probably said that to the PI dude. Look, you get your ass on somewhere, because you digging your nose into something that you don't need to be getting yourself into. He said he very close friend with the other police chief, but he just told the news reporter, you know what I'm saying? Why is they not searching for these kids in no other towns? Why is they not at neighbor's house trying to get their surveillance footage? And why is they not trying to see this evidence and bring them two bastards back in the interrogation room and book they ass until them suckers get to chatting about it? Watch this.
And we've actually spoken. He shared with me that he hasn't heard anything about that. So I would hope that if someone in Tehachapi has some information that would lead us to those boys, they would share it with us.
Okay.
That's what the PI for. You don't want to follow up on it? Listen to this answer. You don't want to follow up on the with the PI leads about this city, but you just ask, do anybody else knows anything? Come to them. Man, they let y'all know. They know who they looking for, Jack. They know who they looking for.
Silver Saddle, the old resort, about 15 miles north of California City, just off.
So he called you guys within 15, he called you guys.
No. Do you know what kind of car they drive? No. So for information to really help us, we need specifics.
There in front of the Albertsons on December 24th, he says that he asked staff in the Albertsons to preserve that footage until someone could submit a subpoena to get it. Have you guys heard about anything happening in Tehachapi?
No, I don't know where he's getting his information that's leading him to Tehachapi. Again, we've got several agencies involved, and to the best of my knowledge, we haven't heard anything about that.
There's the FBI involved, Kern County Sheriff's Office, Bakersfield Police Department, and the Cal City Police Department as well.
Now watch this. How many agencies he just named? He just named down there 5 agencies outside the goddamn city. But you don't want to talk about Kafakafi, wherever the fuck this city is. And you said that's misleading the case, but you cool with the police chief? So why is all the agencies involved with it if it ain't got nothing to do with yeah, I see some funny shit.
To the best of my knowledge, we haven't heard anything about that.
There's the FBI involved, Kern County Sheriff's Office, Bakersfield Police Department, and the Cal City Police Department as well. If there was something of note happening in Tehachapi, would you guys have known?
I surely would hope. You know, and I have a good relationship with Tehachapi PD. I know their chief very well. And we've actually spoken. He shared with me that he hasn't heard anything about that. So I would hope that if someone in Tehachapi has some information that would lead us to those boys, they would share it with us.
Okay.
To my knowledge, we don't have any of that information at this point.
But not from the PI though. You don't want that information from the PI.
The case of the missing California City boys. A licensed private investigator from San Diego joined the search this past weekend and says he has a lead that points to Tehachapi. 23 ABC's Bayan Wang spoke to law enforcement and the private investigator and has more on the investigation.
I do it all because of a 12-year-old Boy Scout that went missing on July 19th, 1991. And was not found.
For nearly 30 years, private investigator Bill Garcia says he's worked about 300 missing persons cases.
I have dedicated all my pro bono ability to searching for missing and abducted children.
He says he's helped solve about a third of the cases he's been involved in. His latest case, the 2 toddler brothers reported missing in California City on December 21st. With 4 agencies involved, including the FBI, this is where Garcia says his team can be beneficial.
My team and I do an extremely good job at picking up where law enforcement either doesn't have the time or have the same direction as we do.
The adoptive parents of the boys is one direction Garcia has attempted.
I had reached out to Trezell. I was hoping to speak to them because I've been told I have a way of speaking to these folks.
While Cal City Police Chief John Walker appreciates the efforts, he says Garcia should tread carefully.
Could that
Y'all heard what he making? He said, yeah, that PI dude better tread carefully. Don't y'all see the PI dude done found out something? But the police don't want y'all to know what that is. Now, he just told y'all to bring all the tea to him and let them follow up on the lead, but he don't want none with the... And he got a good record. So you don't want him on the team? Yeah, I smell bullshit, Jack.
hinder an investigation at all?
Yeah, it could. Well, he's fully within his right to do that, but as long as he doesn't interfere with our investigation. My concern is he's not out there spreading false information.
The latest information from Garcia is that the boys may have been seen at a grocery store quite a distance away from Cal City.
The strongest leads at this point that we have gotten is a Afro-American woman who claims that she saw the boys at an Albertsons in Tehachapi.
Garcia says the woman allegedly saw them on Christmas Eve, prompting Garcia to call for a search in Tehachapi on Saturday. We asked Walker if he had any reason to believe the boys were in Tehachapi.
I don't know where he's getting his information that's leading him to Tehachapi. Again, we've got several agencies involved, and to the best of my knowledge, we haven't heard anything about that.
In Cal City, Bayan Wang, 23 ABC, connecting you.
The case of the missing California City boys,
So the police chief basically telling us all the information we got is really irrelevant. He's saying we don't need the neighbor footage, it don't even exist or none of that. They got multiple agencies in the investigation. Why is it feds involved off the top? That's why I said, man, they know who they looking for, and they know that, yeah, these two people, kids came up missing, but they can link them kids to somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's responsible for a lot of missing kids. Now look what he said about the timeline. This AV news video. Now let's watch the news. We just heard what the police chief said. So he said none of this shit don't even matter, right? All right. Check this out, guys.
We're at 3:20 right now.
So that gate should be open, right?
Not yet. He said that it was around 4-ish or so when he came out, I guess, to get wood.
If you see it, let me know.
Okay.
You'll see his leg popping around.
Now he said 4:30 the kids come up missing.
I don't see nothing yet.
But the police get the call around 5-ish.
I just seen some type of like white van or something, or it's coming around the corner.
See, I wish they wouldn't have skipped that part, because I want to know what was that other white van. Because I heard he had two white vans. That could have been one of the vans that came down the street, but they skipped it over.
Movement in the rear.
But I need ABT news, man. He need to watch that footage real carefully and see how the police was when they pulled up on the scene.
Where?
Now this at 4:15.
I see him.
Now
what time is that at?
If you use the loop.
Hold on.
Okay, so
That spot that you see here.
All right. Now he said he was throwing firewood. Now he just said that probably just to throw the neighbors off, cause he in the backyard and he probably know he being filmed in the backyard. So now we know he ain't throwing no firewood. He don't even got tools in his hand to even chop woods with or rolling nothing in the yard. So look, he could just be walking back and forth on his phone, talking to somebody. You see what I'm saying? Cause he ain't running back and forth out the house. He's standing right in that location, pacing around like he could be on his phone or he could be texting. And the wife ain't came out not one time, so she know the business. All right, but check this out though.
It's at 1613. That's gonna be him.
4:15. All right, 4:15. Military time.
I just put it back so we can see where he came from. So it's,
Okay, so we're at 1611 right now. You got your camera on?
4:11 military time.
in the way I can see anything.
Okay.
Oh, there he is right there.
There he is. You guys can see him walking there. What's he doing now? Trying to open that gate or?
Yeah. Did he say he was tossing wood over?
Yeah, he said he was tossing wood over the fence.
No, that gate was open. You could see him going in and out of that gate.
So when the bamboo is showing like that, it's open?
Yeah, it's open. You can see him going in and out.
Okay.
You see him?
Yeah.
All right. He ain't tossing no wood. He on that phone. He walking back and forth. Y'all can see him walking back and forth.
That's just an empty field.
And
okay, so we are at 1613. And he is in the rear of the property. Standing there right now. I don't see any kids.
So if you can see in the front, it's still light, it's still bright out.
Right.
So if any kids ran out, you would have seen it for sure.
Oh yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yep.
Even whichever direction they ran, especially in the direction he was going in.
Right. So he is in the rear of the property, and we didn't see this the first time because we didn't rewind far enough.
Man, look, y'all thumb me up, share the video, see what I'm saying? So we can get justice for these two boys. We need to change Trezel's name to Chanel. You see what I'm saying? We need to change his name from Trezel to Chanel. You see what I'm saying? And send that sucker to jail, Jack, and let them niggas go up in there and get them some thunder booty. You see what I'm saying? Man, y'all thumb me up, Jack.
So that little gate he has in the back is it's open now.
So that's open right now.
Yeah. So
what's he doing, bro? He just leaned over.
Yeah.
He's doing something right there.
Doing something.
You guys see the date stamp, 12/21/2020? We don't see any kids coming out to the front.
That's his co-star right there, bro. That black cat.
Yep.
You can tell, you know? I should say a lot. That black cat.
I was just looking at that.
That's his co-star.
Yeah, we would have seen for sure if kids would have came out to the front.
There's three directions they could have went. Either the kids that way, you would have seen it. Across the street, you would have seen it.
Or this way.
Or this way, you would have seen it. Three directions, no other way. You know what I mean? They can't go the back way because there's houses.
There's houses, fences, right?
There's.
All right. Now look, AVV News need to review that foot. I hope he got a copy, Cause we need to see the part when the police pulled up. And it was explained why the police chief really acting like, you know what I'm talking about, we don't know what the hell we talking about. Like, you know what I'm talking about? I know we ain't the law, goddamn, but we ain't no damn fool, Jack. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. We need to find out what happened when the police arrived on the scene. Because I know when I seen on the footage, the police pulled up, hopped out their car. He greeted the police. Not even 1 minute done passed. It's like when he met up with the police a couple of seconds, all of them get in their cars and leave. And come back to the house, then meet up. I said, wait a minute. If I was in this situation, they would have had me in the driveway, call bag up on their way. And I would have been like, man, they go around the corner. They would have told me, now you stay here with us. I'm gonna get your information, and we got squad cars around, and we'll get none of that. You see what I'm saying? Man, them police finna throw everybody off with this case, Jack. They ain't trying to find nobody.
Still there. Yeah, see, it's still there. What is that, bro?
Go back a little more. Daytime. A little more.
Oh, no, it is a reflection. It's a mailbox. Yeah, it's a mailbox. Okay, so we're at 16:29. We just skipped over like 3 or 4 seconds.
4:30 military time.
Mark, the light in the front is not even on yet.
Not yet, but then the light does turn on. And we haven't seen no kids leave out that rear. Even if we did, we would have seen them come out to the front. Boom, the light just turned on now to the van. On the side of the van.
So he should be coming running out right now. I would figure he would come out running, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Him and his wife, because on the 19th...
They would have been out there screaming and yelling,
but they
bro.
said they searched the backyard. I haven't seen any heads running back and forth back here yet.
No one has went out there.
You would have seen it, right?
Guaranteed. Yeah. Well,
you see him on the opposite side of the fence. How are you going to not see it on this side of the fence? You see how he, on this side of the house,
yeah,
it's a fence maybe in 3 feet?
Right. Yeah.
You're going to come look in that little cut right there, right? Right, go look over.
Yeah, you're going to look.
Or in that back house.
I see him. He's right here.
Now check this out. We all seen this footage. Now this is what the police said they don't need. They ain't even interested in this footage. The kids weren't even in their house. You see what I'm saying? The people at the apartment said they never seen the kids. But a lady said, but the lady said she thinks she seen the kids at a store with 2 male subjects. Now one of the male subjects could be his brother or anybody. His brother in the higher ups, and we already know when people got a little clout in the higher up, they into some funny shit. You know what I'm talking about? Organ harvesting, missing people, shit like that, corrupt blue collar crimes and shit. Cause this story don't even make sense at all, and he been caught red-handed. So that should let you know police don't want this footage, and they ain't trying to do shit about them boys. They might as well just get a case to AV News. You see what I'm saying? Y'all, look, they might as well just let him get it. Cause he like the walking body cam around this motherfucker. We see everything. He done pulled the drone up. Man, he showing us shit the police don't even want us to see. That's why we need people like him. And look here, this at 4:30. Y'all see the timestamp? This at 4:30. Still no kids, nothing. They ain't even try to release the phone records. Why are they not releasing the phone records and showing y'all who this sucker was on the phone with? You know what I'm saying? In this time frame. Because he was in the backyard. You see what I'm saying? And he keep his phone in his hand. No phone record. And they ain't even released the 911 call. What's on the 911 call? Now we need to figure out what was being said on the goddamn phone call. All the shit that we need, the police ain't giving us none of this shit. They just tell us, we ain't got that many resources to be walking in no desert. He's saying we ain't got nobody finna walk in no desert and look for nobody. But they got outside agency on the... Man, come on, man. I smell bullshit when I smell it, Jack. And they need to wipe up. Yeah. And look, not one time he even passed his neighbor house. He trying his best not to be, you know what I'm saying, all on the footage by his neighbor house. Why you ain't turn down this street to go look for him? And then look, when he was gone for 4 minutes, right? He finna leave for 4 minutes. But watch how he finna pop back up, though. Watch this, y'all.
From back, like, heading towards the road this way?
Yeah.
You tee up to a main road. 38.
This is where he turns. So he left at 1633 and he's back by 1638.
Look how fast he's coming back. He's punching it, bro.
Yeah, he's moving.
Look at that. He's from that street to here in what was that, 3 seconds?
Yeah.
4 seconds?
He's back. Fast. Done.
Hard. Look how far that other end of that other street is.
Man.
He did not
look. The biggest thing, bro?
That area, he didn't search. That's where his kids would have been.
Yeah.
Driving back towards that way.
Yeah, now he's getting out the other side. We never seen no kids leave out that rear.
Oh, look, he walked towards the street.
Yeah, that's when he's going to go right there and he's going to call the cops and just stand there forever, bro. Now, this the part that I want to get at right here. When he say he finna call the police. Now, what time the police said, when they got the call, round 5 something. The police said they got a call around 5 something, but it's 4:39 on the footage. Hi, Jack. You see that? It's 4:30 on the footage, and the police said he called them around by what time? 5 or something. That's why the news report was saying something like, "What time did y'all arrive on the scene?" That's why the police was like, "Whenever he made the call, we was there in minutes, like in 5 minutes." So what Trezell went to for 4 minutes? Cause he didn't search the neighborhood. He probably met somebody around the corner, anybody. It could have been, look, he could, and then look, watch this. Check this out. Now watch this. If y'all were tuned in on my other live, this nigga got a muscle shirt on with some goddamn Wrangler jeans on. Look, he dressed up like he a police his goddamn self. Man, the nigga got on steel-toed police boots. That's some shit you were to go to comeback with.
Now, if you play Call of Duty or some shit like that, they got the same outfit when you go to war, goddammit. You get your coins up. Yeah, let me put my nigga on some light green pants on. Get that boy as a thin muscle shirt, you know what I'm talking about? And yeah, cover his face up. You see that? He the same character on Call of Duty. Now look at the boots. Y'all see them big police head boots? Now how you gonna try to wear some skinny jeans with some tactic boots on? That's strange as hell. Man, you ain't got no Nikes, no Jordans, no goddamn Adidas, no Pumas, no Timberlands. Nah, give me these SWAT junk. Man, them junk made for kicking doors and stomping niggas with. Y'all see how they cuff at the top of these motherfuckers? And check this out. Notice on the surveillance footage, he parked his van out. You know what I'm saying? Now look. Don't y'all remember? They need to check that garbage can and see what was in that garbage. Cause AV News did went over there and said it did look like blood in that garbage can. Y'all see the boots? Man, that nigga not normal, Jack.
U-E-L-I-N-E?
I'm sorry, one more time?
Yeah, gang. I just want y'all to share y'all thoughts in them comments. You see what I'm saying? Cause he crazy, y'all. Man, y'all just don't know these people background and what these people dealing with. Now look, these people got 4 adopted kids and 2 biological kids. Why is these people adopting all these kids? And they young. They ain't even in their 30s yet. Man, these suckers ain't even in their 30s yet. And you already talk. They must see the money game in the adopted kids. Cause don't you know they pay you for the kids. And they gonna pay you good money too. Now I got a story that I could tell y'all about this lady that she was doing foster care. She was the one that was providing people with kids. She was the lady that you had to talk to about giving up your baby for adoption. But guess what she would end up doing? She wasn't documenting down none of the kids. She would just take the babies and sell the babies to celebrities. Now, if you want to know the dark side of it, don't y'all remember it was a trend a little while ago that celebrities started adopting little black kids and shit, like Brad Pitt and Gio Walene, you know what I'm talking about? They was adopting them kids like Madonna and them and shit. Oh, they started adopting them kids. Y'all think them kids was adopted, but them kids could have been from a foreign country or something. Cause it ain't just no regular baby. You know them babies been over there from cross seas and shit. You know what I'm talking about? He look like a little Kenya baby. He look like one of them baby from Hades. You know what I'm saying? They finna raise him up, you know what I'm saying? And all this shit. Oh, I got a document on the lady, man, that she was they tied her to judges, murderers, doctors, and all this shit. You see what I'm saying? Look it up on YouTube. You got time. Just look it up on YouTube when all them celebrities was adopting them kids. They had to stop that so they ain't make it public no more. Cause they don't want to raise suspicion. Be like, wait a minute, why they were buying them kids from overseas. You see what I'm saying? And Hillary Clinton got caught up in this shit. Over there in Hades. That's why they were building them concentration camps and were telling everybody they saved the kid, but the mama died when they had the big ass earthquakes and shit. They were just trying to let y'all know that, we saved the kids. Now we need to find mothers and adoptive parents. But you know, you gotta ring a number higher people that don't do nothing but adopt kids and trade them out like they slaves or something. Man, y'all better wake up to this shit.
Rumors that you want people to just stop spreading? Is there anything else you could dispel?
Main rumors, rumors are rumors. The people are going to say what they're going to say. But just so they know that we haven't given up on this thing and we are working still diligently to try to find these kids.
And I'm being asked to ask this question as well. In the last decade, there have been several unsolved either missing persons cases or homicide cases. As a police chief, what trend have you noticed here that contributes to that?
And notice this. And notice every time when he talked to the news, they keep asking about all these missing person cases in a town. I bet you look these suckers up. I bet you how many cases they done won and found missing kids, or how many cold cases it is. Cause look, how many cold cases on missing people report. You see that? And the news dude, he on his ass about that. And they finding bodies in Mexico and shit. Y'all remember what happened to that dude that was in the desert? Came out there with his best friend from Atlanta somewhere, and they dropped him off in a small town down there in California, Las Vegas, some motherfucking where. And they found him with all his organs out. But guess what though? Who's the last person that seen him? The police. Cause they the one dropped them off. And look, the police dropped the man off at the store and told him, cause his car broke down. So He was walking, the police seen him, and the police gave him a ride back to the gas station. And he came up missing from the gas station, not too far from the John Needle. Man, y'all better wake up and look how many police that's in these kind of corrupt ass crime. Now, if you the feds and you bust this dude, you find out, damn, this nigga got 10 goddamn babies in here, and he was selling them for what? 100,000 a piece. Man, you think the feds ain't finna get in and start doing they little ring? You see what I'm saying? And listen what he said.
What do people have to think about when they say, well,
I need you to be more specific. What are you referring to?
Well, we did a story with the police chief at the time, Mr. Hurtado, back in 2019, and we talked about the $25,000 rewards that you guys now have for multiple unsolved cases.
I know.
Look how many rewards they got out for missing case people that done went cold. The news reporter said, what about the other missing case of the girl in 2019? And you got a $20,000-$30,000 reward out for that too. Maybe they jacked them reward money up because they know what's going on. The reward money just to make it look like we searching. And if anybody got some leads, contact us. But shit, man, they already know what's going on. So they're just a front.
Yeah. Yes, but right now I have a full-time crime analyst that's working on any cold cases that we have. But any city that you have is going to have cold cases. It's just the larger the city, more cases you're going to have. Right now we're holding 8 cases. And again, I have a crime analyst who works full-time on that.
And now one of them cases is solved. You see what I'm saying? Now one of them cases is solved down there. All them motherfuckers got reward money finding these folks. Bye, y'all. Y'all just heard what the news reporter told him. Yeah. Listen to the question one more time.
Main rumors that you want people to just stop spreading? Is there anything else you could dispel?
Main rumors are rumors, and the people are going to say what they're going to say. But just so they know that we haven't given up on this thing, and we are working still diligently to try to find these kids.
And I'm being asked to ask this question as well. In the last decade, there have been several unsolved either missing persons cases or homicide cases. As a police chief, what trend have you noticed here that contributes to that? What do people have to think about when they say, well, I need you to be more specific. What are you referring to? Well, we did a story with the police chief at the time, Mr. Hurtado, back in 2019, and we talked about the $25,000 rewards that you guys now have for multiple unsolved cases.
Yeah. Yes, but right now I have a full-time crime analyst that's working on any cold cases that we have. But any city that you have is going to have cold cases. It's just the larger the city, more cases you're going to have. Right now we're holding 8 cases. And again, I have a crime analyst who works full-time on that. And
what has he shared with you? Because you said the bigger the city, the more cases there's going to be. In the last decade, this is a population of about 14,000. I think 2,500 of them are counting the prison population. So what do you think contributes to this sort of crime here, the missing persons, the homicides? What are factors that come into play there?
Again, I think we only have 1 missing person at this time, and the other are unsolved homicides. But we're a small city, you're right. And we've only had 8 at this time. So if I was in a city of, say, Los Angeles of 4.5 million people.
Now, y'all heard these dumbass questions. These dumbass answers he gave the reporter. Now, it don't take no rocket science to see what's going on through their corruption. That's why I don't trust none of these police is on media talking about they finna look for the killer, the suspect, and we got millions of dollars put up for these people. Hell, man, these people could be the ones behind all this shit, man.
They're probably carrying a couple hundred cold cases right now. So, like this year alone, we've had no homicides at all. So it's.
But he ain't say nothing about nobody missing. He's still talking about homicide. But yeah, in this case, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the homicide, but not the missing people. I'm telling y'all, y'all need to look up California City and see how many people came up missing and how many cold cases files they got with reward money pending up.
Just a matter of population and crime.
One more question from me. Did the
Y'all see the smile and the smirks and shit, and he tried to bite his lips right quick. Watch this. He tried to bite his lips and stop smiling, cause he know he full of. Why y'all see how his facial expression just changed instantly? Watch this.
Alone, we've had no homicides at all. So it's just a matter of population and crime.
One more question from me.
Yeah, like I said, that question that was really funny. You know, he tried to keep his straight face in the interview, look all serious and reported like he finna be the McGruff the crime dog or something. Like this sucker finna take a bite out of crime. Shit. Man, these suckers clowns, Jack. Ain't nothing funny about that.
Did the parents deny to take a lie detector test?
I can't comment on that.
And then they denied the police lie detector test. Now look, the news people already told him about the kids had injuries. Listen to the report. He ain't even sharing none of this information with y'all. Watch this.
And would you be able to provide us the 911 call that they made initially?
Can I provide it?
Yeah, the recording of it. I'm sure police have all the recordings of.
I'd have to look into that right now with our investigators and see if they want to release that at this point.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Sorry, last question for me.
It's under the authorities, or the foster.
We have it in custody.
Sorry, Chief, last question for me. Can you confirm, since the beginning of this incident from last week, nobody detained or arrested during this entire investigation?
There's no one been arrested.
Has anyone been detained?
Well, people have been questioned.
Okay.
Formally detained, no.
And not.
No.
When was the most recent that a neighbor cited they've seen the kids?
None of the neighbors have seen the kids.
To go back what I was saying in the beginning of my live, he said the neighbor said they never seen the kids. And y'all heard that come out his mouth. So why is the next door neighbor footage, surveillance footage, it's not, you see what I'm saying? That should clear everything up and change the whole investigation around, Jack. If you said that should change your investigations, go back to them apartments, find out what you know, just like AV News did. Man, these people's a joke.
Ever.
No.
At what point do you guys decide to bring out dogs to try to help out in this investigation?
Done that. It's been done multiple times.
And the canines consistently found that the scent of the children did not leave the house?
Correct.
And the dogs didn't find no scent of the kids in the house. You see what he said they brought dogs in there multiple times and they find no scent of the kids in the house. But he said, fuck that surveillance footage, what the next door neighbors see. You see what I'm saying? Why he threw that P.I. dude up under that bus and told him, I don't know where he getting this information from. But it's like they don't want y'all to listen to him. And he's certified and been doing this shit for 30 years. And I know the police know him. I know the police know because he said he worked with the police agency. But now when he got a good case and they can make a big crack in the case, now we need to I'm talking about, I don't know where he getting this information that's leading him, but let us investigate it. So if anybody else got any kind of lead, come to us. Yeah, I see why now. I see why. Cause look at what he finna say.
Just to break that down a little bit, piggybacking off of Perla's thing, when you guys use dogs to search for missing people, if their scent was just even a bit outside of the home, would they actually follow that scent?
Generally, yes, but it all depends on the dog as well. You know, it could be the wind blowing, it could be the dog can't pick up the scent, it could be a lot of things going on, but that's the general idea. That's the hope.
Could you explain how police were able to get a warrant inside the house and retain custody over the rest of the 4 kids? Even 2 of them are biological.
Oh, that's the fact that the kids are missing. That's the easy part. You know, obtaining the warrant was easy. I mean, we do every warrant search.
You're allowed enough evidence is the kids were missing, and you were able.
That is
to get
correct. When you have
over the other 4.
correct.
Chief, could you clarify though why these kids were put in protective custody from the?
Y'all look, they finna set them up. They finna set them up and ask about the other adopted kids, right? And about they living abilities and injuries and all this shit, so they can question him about the missing boy, cause one of them got a leg injury. Hold on, y'all listen to it.
Anytime anything happens in a household where that involves any kids, all the kids are taken out of the household.
Now we noticed DPD here in California City. We've noticed FBI, and we've noticed that several cars have been parked. Law enforcement, undercover vehicles have been parked near here, around several streets. Why is that? Can you explain anything?
Oh, we definitely we want to keep an eye on the area, and again, if we ever get any evidence the kids could be anywhere in this neighborhood, and also just to keep an eye on the house and see who comes and goes.
Look, the news said you got undercover around here, right? Watching the house. And keep in mind, the kids, the foster parent is not in the house. And we seen AV News walking around asking all the neighbors around the neighborhood about their surveillance cameras. And when he came out their house, when talking to that lady, when she went and looked at her footage, and got to talking about who used to stay in this house and shit. I guess the lady was named Jane or some shit. Guess who rolled up on them? The police. And went straight to AV News. Y'all ain't paying the close attention to this case. Man, y'all better follow every minute on her. And then look, they got somebody trying to throw everybody off on the investigation. They trying to come up with wild stories, and you know what I'm talking about. They even sending threats at the motherfuckers. Yeah. Now let's pay attention to some more of this fucked up ass shit.
Has there been a human trafficking issue in Cal City or recent cases?
Not that I'm aware of.
And sorry, I just want to go ahead, Perla.
Did the Luminol find anything?
Not that I know of.
I just want to piggyback off of a recent question here. When you say whenever there's a situation involving kids, the other children go into protective custody?
Normally, yes.
Well, from my understanding, we have a lot of missing, persons cases in Bakersfield, and when a parent reports their child missing, the other kids aren't taken away from them. So what circumstances have to be in play in order for the other children of the household to be in protective custody rather than the custody of their parents?
Y'all got to think about why the other kids in protected custody. When somebody report their kid missing, the police don't come and take take the parents' kids. That's why he asked him that question. Cause look what the question's finna lead up to.
Well, generally, if there's any kind of a juvenile situation where there's been any kind of neglect or any kind of harm to any of the children, we automatically have to take all the other kids out of the house until there's an investigation done by Child Protective Services.
You're saying that based off of that there have been other types of abuses.
No, I'm not saying there was abuse at all. I'm saying the kids are missing, and we can't put that together. So until we we determine one way or the other what happened to the children. The other 4 children are taken out of the home. Now the parents can try to go to Children's Services and get the children back, but that's totally up to Children's Services.
Chief, if somebody wants to come forward with information but they're afraid to come forward publicly, how can they do so anonymously and contact you?
They can call our station, leave a number, leave information, whatever they want to do, and we'll get back to them.
Can't you guys trace a phone number? I mean, if somebody really says, look, I don't want to get involved, but here's information you should know. Is there any way they can contact you with being totally anonymous?
Call the station. That's all.
Now this a news media. Check this out. He ain't got no hotline that somebody can call, a missing person hotline. This sucker just said, just call the station. You mean to tell me you ain't got a 1-800-TIPS? Or you ain't got, you know what I'm saying? He ain't even provide no 1-800 number, 555-5555. None of that. They ain't even flashing it on the news, and he the only one out there. Where his team at? Where is his goddamn team at? Usually when they throw missing report cases and shit, they'll have about 4 or 5 police officers lined up behind him and shit, standing all military and shit. They just got this girl in the back filming him. I guess he just rolled up there by himself. He like, yeah, I'm finna holler at y'all. Man, come on, man. Watch this.
All I can say, that's all out of hope.
Where else are police and agencies searching? Or where are they currently searching? Or do they believe that they're still...
I can't comment on that right now.
Okay.
Can you say if you're searching in Bakersfield?
I can't comment on that right now.
Real quick, how about words for the community? Because obviously there are a lot of signs out on the maiden roadway that are asking where are these boys at.
Of course.
So what are your words to the people that are asking that same question and asking these same questions that we are asking you?
Well, my answer to that is that's my question as well. I want to find these kids as much as anybody else, and so whatever information and we're actively at it. I mean, around the clock. We haven't given up on this thing. We want to keep on it as diligently as we can, because we know the clock's ticking. And we really need to find them. So my answer to those people would be, I want to find them as bad as you do. And if you have any information, please come forward and give it to us, and we'll follow up.
Chief, you're not a very large police department here, a small police department.
We're very small.
City. How is this case, what impact has it had on your resources?
Huge. I got people that are on their days off coming in. I got people that are supposed to be working days that, I was putting 19, 20 hours in last week myself. So my guys, they're working tirelessly on this thing and not complaining, because they want to find these kids as bad as everyone else.
Do you have any reason to believe that the kids are still inside the house?
No.
Even though the canines didn't smell their scent?
No, and I've been in the house multiple times.
He fucked up again. The K9 didn't pick no sense of the kids in the house. She said, did the luminol find any blood in the house? He said no. He said the neighbors said they never seen the kids. But watch this. He said they ain't got enough resources to walk in the desert. So they ain't in the desert no more. But you can still watch the house and watch what everybody else doing in the neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? You see that shit? Man, get up out my But I really need AV News to drop that footage of when the police came, cause it finna make him look real bad. It's finna make him look real bad. I already showed y'all his fuckery. I'm showing y'all the fuckery.
And Mr. Walker, just talking about the different agencies helping out, part of it is because to help with manpower, correct?
Correct.
If you could talk about general assignments, the FBI, what aspect of it are they looking at? What aspect is KCSO looking at? And do you guys have those kind of designations on who does what?
Well, basically, the bigger agencies, they have all the other resources like the crime labs and that sort of thing. So they're really helping us out with that, analyzing any evidence we have and any clues that we can come up with. So that's a real big help for us.
Para Telemundo, ¿gusta decir algo en español? Lo que sea, nada más para la gente que esté escuchando, porque hay gente hispana que vive aquí en California City.
Sí.
He's still smiling. He's still smiling, y'all. Man, look, that's why I'm on the police ass, because I had to deal with them suckers before. And I know all they shit. You see what I'm saying? They ain't nothing but corrupt. Look, they ain't no better than gang members. You got your blue Crip flags over here, your red Crip flags over here. The Vice Lord wear the red, the Crip wear the blue. The police wear the blue. What's the difference? They just got badges on. You got the SWAT team. You got Crips versus the SWAT team. They scrapped up. They don't got gang flags. They got them 30 round for you. See what I'm talking about?
¿Qué mensaje le tiene usted a la persona, a la comunidad hispana, para ayudar a encontrar a estos dos niños?
My Spanish is really bad, but yo quiero mucho ayudar, por favor.
Encontrar a los niños.
Sí, por favor.
¿Piensa usted que los niños están vivos? ¿Piensa usted, do you believe that the kids are still alive?
I want to believe that, yes.
Gracias.
Thank you very much.
A lot of people have been wondering about what constitutes an Amber Alert and why one wasn't sent out.
An Amber Alert, the way I understand it, to the best of my knowledge and my experience, would be if we have a known person who has taken the child and we have a vehicle information about that vehicle, so we put that out for all the drivers and all the commuters to be on the lookout for that vehicle and that license plate number. So, in fact, we can recover the child. We don't have any of that information at this time.
I also want to confirm one thing just to make sure we're putting out the most accurate info. You said that since this couple has been here, that there was never a sighting of the children?
Not that we know of. They've only been here since September.
Okay. Was there a sighting of the parents' other children?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
No.
But you got them in custody. You see that? But you got them in custody, though. And you know they adopted. You got the whole background, but I don't know what he talking about.
Can I ask a question as a community? What do you want us to do? Because I heard you say you guys aren't going to go to the desert. Do you want us to do?
If whatever you feel that you want to do in that aspect is more than it's welcome. Whatever, I'm not going to close any doors. Whatever's open, I'm willing to take. And if you can come up with any clues, any information that we can follow up on, we most happily will.
Okay, thank you. We just wanted, because we heard you say earlier, you guys weren't going out there, but there's so many of us still willing to.
And that's fine.
We know it's vast. We know you guys only have a certain number of people.
Right.
So
and
we're still willing to help.
Yes, ma'am. And I appreciate it. But our resources, we have to concentrate on where we saw them last. And if something leads us to expand our search, we absolutely will.
Thank you.
And I'm asking about the parent van. Oh, after her.
I'm sorry?
Somebody yesterday informed me they spotted a vehicle that looked identical to the parent's van coming back from the direction of Silver Saddle on Sunday, the day before the boys were reported missing.
I can tell you that's not possible.
Hi, y'all. Listen closely, y'all. Remember when I said it was a white van that came down the street, looked just like his van? Now, listen what this lady just said about this same van. Now, keep in mind, some of these people out here got surveillance footage, and they know what they seen on the camera, too. And listen to his response, what he said about the white van. Now, keep this in mind, he ain't seen no footage yet. He ain't got no footage of nobody in the neighborhood. But these people do, right? Yeah, watch this.
Sure, that's a possibility. But right now we're not going to spend the resources on that right now.
Everybody goes and
Thanks.
reported it, and
That the van was seen somewhere out near Silver Saddle yesterday.
back from the direction of Silver Saddle.
concentrate on where we saw them last, and if something leads us to expand our search, we absolutely will.
Thank you. And I'm asking about the parents' van.
Oh, asking her.
I'm sorry?
Somebody yesterday informed me they spotted a vehicle that looked identical to the parents' van coming back from the direction of Silver Saddle on Sunday, the day before the boys were reported missing.
I can tell you that's not possible.
I heard the same thing.
Let me dispel that right now. That's not possible.
Y'all see that? These is witnesses telling you what they saw. And he said, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not possible. And she said that, look, watch this. Watch this, y'all. Hold up. Where you at, goddamn it?
Silver Saddle, the old resort, about 15 miles north of California City, just off of one of the citizens saying that they possibly saw a white van coming from there a couple days prior to the kids being going missing. So we went out there, probably had about 50 personnel from multi-agencies, and we searched the whole property.
50. So we're not talking volunteers. We're talking 50 personnel from multiple agencies. This is
personnel, yeah, multiple agencies.
Okay, and
now y'all see what they talking about, that white van? That's why I told that's why y'all need to tell AV News, look at this surveillance footage again. It's gonna be a white van come down the street. Now, you know what I'm saying? It could have been a family member coming through. It could have been anybody in that van. Or it could have shown another law enforcement. Him talking to somebody. We need the last person that he contact with. They ain't got no friends. I mean, they ain't got no friends. They could know what I'm talking about. Do they live their life that goddamn privately, Jack? Look what they saying, addressing Silver Saddle search. Now why they got the search on the end of that? That's how hot the tea is. See, the case is bigger than what y'all think it is. You see what I'm saying? But the police full of it. Man, we need to apply more pressure on them suckers and tell them folks to look at that goddamn tape. They ain't saying nothing about AV News. The news watching them. Look, the news going out what AV showing on YouTube. And he reporting it back to the police chief. You see what I'm saying? Bye, y'all. I just want to share my opinion and my thoughts. That's just what I see. You see what I'm talking about? So, yeah. That's just something to look into. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. And thumb your boy up. And spread the word. Bye, y'all. You see the schedule on the screen. That's when I'll be back. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. And I'll see y'all next time.